So what's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new Warzone video. Now I'm finally back with another Top Guns video. This time we're here in Season 3. So if you haven't checked out my Top Gun videos before, basically what I do here is I break down the 3 best weapons to use in Warzone currently. Obviously that could change in the next couple weeks depending on what class setups people find. But currently for my personal playstyle and everything that I like to do in Warzone, these are what I'm going to break down as the top 3 best guns to use in Warzone currently. So with all that being said and out of the way, we're going to jump into this list. So coming in at the number 3 spot, we're going to be taking a look at the RPG. Now, I never expected to have this in a Top Guns video, and I know some of you probably won't agree with me or want to agree with me, at least because of how cheesy it is to use, but the reality is that this RPG is a very essential thing to have in your loadout. I don't run overkill at all. I just have my main assault rifle, ghost instead of overkill, and then running an RPG. I play solos as the main mode. I'm pretty much a solo player, and there has been a number of times where I'm in top 15, top 10, and there's at least maybe 1 or 2 trucks or just vehicles of any kind roaming around the area, and that's really annoying because it kind of makes me not want to really move around. Honestly, I just try and sit in a little shack somewhere or a house or get any cover I can. But now with my C4 and the RPG combined, by then, you know, in top 15, top 10, I've got a full reserve ammo for my RPG, and then I've got 2 C4s. So that is pretty much unstoppable. But yes, the RPG is a very essential thing to have. Not only is it good for vehicles, but you can take out campers as well. Often when you pick up someone on the UAV or your heartbeat sensor that's in a building, you don't really know where they are or what level they're on. So if it's a house, you could shoot it up in the top window, check if they're there. If they're not, well, obviously you can, you know, go in the house, but they're just really helpful to get an understanding of where someone might be in a building, or just generally get them out of a camping spot. You know, really good to use. And so that's why the RPG is going to come in at my number 3 spot. So coming in at the number 2 spot, we're going to be taking a look at the Grau 556. So this is a gun that I've used quite a lot over the last week and a half, and I can tell you that through all of the different combinations of attachments I've tried, different class setups, stocks, barrels, whatever it may be, that this for my playstyle and for me personally is the best class setup. The Grau is a gun that I didn't really rank too high in previous Top Gun videos that it was included in, but after a lot of use with this gun, quite a few wins with it as well, you know, 20 kill plus wins, this is beginning to be, well, actually is one of my favorite guns in the game, as it's in the top 2 spot. So moving into the class setup for it, we're going to be looking at monolithic suppressor, the FFS Nexus barrel, commando foregrip, 50 or 60 round mags. That's just a personal one there. I go between both, as well as the XRK Void 2. Now this class setup sits well for me because it's a great balance between movement speed, ADS speed, damage, all that type of stuff. It's just a very well-rounded class. I've picked up a lot of Graus in Warzone from the ground, you know, after I kill someone, and they're either very slow ADS but are very good at range, or they're not very good at range and they're fast ADS, and this class is just a very good balance and mix of both. You get good ADS speed, you get good movement speed, and it's great at range. So monolithic is one of the most important attachments in Warzone. We're going to be looking at the damage range and sound suppression, which suppressors don't normally do, so that's a very good bonus there. The FFS Nexus barrel has a really great iron sight. It will give you that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Of course the Archangel is the next one up, but I feel like that is where the movement speed and the ADS speed kind of gets hindered a little bit too much and kind of gets affected too much, so I'm not going to go with that. Of course, if you want to, feel free to, but that is where I feel like I need to put on no stock, and I just don't like running that. The next attachment is going to be commando foregrip. Now this will not decrease your ADS speed, but it will give you recoil stabilization and aiming stability, which I think is a really good bonus considering, like I said, it does not decrease the ADS speed, and it's just overall like a really good detachment to use for the underbarrels. Next is going to be 50 round mags. Now I am experimenting using this because on all of my assault rifles I have 60, but I'm just trying out 50 for this, so if you want to use 60, go ahead and do so. This is going to give me more bullets in my clip and will allow me to take out more people at once, as well as you know, far distance fights as well. If you're playing solo and someone has a self-revive kit, if they go down, you're going to want those extra bullets to try and finish them because, you know, you want to do that. So 50 or 60 rounds is going to allow you to do so. Then the last attachment is going to be the XRK Void 2. This will give you aim down sight speed and sprint to fire, quite good to have, but what it will decrease, or increase I should say, is the recoil, and it'll take away the aiming stability a little bit, but it doesn't do it as much as no stock. No stock and XRK Void 2 have the same stats, like they will, you know, increase the recoil and take the aiming stability away, but I personally feel like after using both of them quite often, the XRK Void 2 is the better option to go with. And with all of those attachments, you get a very well-rounded class setup for the Grau 556, and that is going to be the weapon for the number 2 spot. So coming in at the number 1 spot, we're going to be taking a look at the M13. This is by far my best weapon in Warzone. I have all of my best gameplays using this gun, my highest kill solos, even a 27 kill solo that I got with this. It is just an amazing setup, and even since that 27 kill game, I found a better class with it, just switching an attachment around. This is a criminally underrated weapon. I'm seeing more people talk about it in Warzone, but it still isn't as commonly talked about as the M4, and it needs to get up to there. Of course, it's going to get to a point where it's overused, and I know that, but just for now, please go ahead and use it, give it a try, give this class setup a go, and tell me what you think of it, because I absolutely love this gun. People do seem to be surprised when I mention this as a top weapon, and that's just because it's not talked about, so I'm here to try and shed some light on it. So with that being said, jumping into this class setup, we're going to be taking a look at monolithic suppressor, the Tempest marksman barrel, Ranger foregrip, 60 round mags, and the rubberized grip tape attachment. So once more, monolithic will give us that sound suppression and damage range, allowing you to stay hidden off the minimap, move around the map more quietly, and pick off people a lot more stealthily, as well as that extra damage range. Very helpful and great to use. The next attachment is going to be Tempest marksman, so this is that standard damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control barrel that you will want to use. It's on pretty much every assault rifle as well as some SMGs, and it's a very essential barrel type to use. You get that extra damage range, which is doubling up on monolithic. As I said, that gives you damage range, as well as extra bullet velocity, so therefore your bullets will hit your targets quicker, and that's a pretty big advantage if they don't have the same type of barrel. And then obviously the added recoil control, very good. Now moving on to the underbarrel, we're going to be rocking Ranger foregrip. Now I do prefer this over Merc and Commando, as this will give you improved accuracy at longer ranges, and an assault rifle being an assault rifle, this is one of the best to use. Of course, I said in the Growl class I'm using Commando, but that's just because it works for that gun, and the M13 is a weapon that has quite high fire rate, so you're going to want to hit your shots as much as possible at ranges, and the Ranger foregrip will allow you to do that. Now the next attachment is going to be 60 round mags. I mentioned this before, 60 round or 50 round will give you the extra ability to take people out at longer ranges. Of course, that will require more accuracy and precision, so it's just very good to use. And then the final attachment is going to be the rubberized grip tape. Now I previously was using no stock, and I switched that out for rubberized grip tape. This will give you extra recoil control just for minusing a slight bit of aiming stability, and it's not a big deal at all. I just find this to be the cherry on top of the class setup. It gives you the ability to just have less recoil on your gun, and that's really great to have. And that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys went on to enjoy. If you want to see more Top Gun videos, please do drop a like and let me know in the comment section below. If you're brand new to the channel and you've made it to this point, why not drop a sub? You know you're here. Turn on notifications on as well so you do not miss an upload. It also helps the channel out, and you'll get notifications when I post a video, which is basically every day. I also double upload it as well, so please drop a like for that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'm out.